Hi and welcome. I would like to present to you Rekin system. The topic of today's tutorial is Skype via NDI. In this episode, I will explain how to connect signal from Skype as an input on Rekin's system, as well as how to show a view from Rekin's output inside Skype application during a call. First, we need to download an application called NDI Tools onto our hosting device from which we will be using Skype from. The device should be connected to the same local network as Rekin system. From NewTek NDI website ndi.tv, we are going to download the most recent version 4.5. Choose correct version for your operating system. In my case, it's for Windows, and click Download. We need to fill in a short registration form. After that, we will be able to download the application. Once again, I'm clicking Download, and then again when I'm asked to do that in a pop-up window. Then we need to save NDI4 tools on our disk. We double-click on the icon of .exe file and begin installation. We need to accept this application to make changes on our device. Then we accept the license agreement. Confirm file's path on our device, and then choose which components we want to install. We need to take virtual input. Below, we can choose whether we want the application to run automatically at Windows Start. We can go further. And we finalize the installation process by clicking Install. Now we need to wait until the end of installation. I choose to untick the boxes in the window and then click Finish. Now we need to go to the NDI folder by following the file's path that we chose during installation. We need to click on Virtual Input folder, and inside we can find NDI Virtual Input .exe file. By double-clicking, we run the application. We can see that application has been opened because there is a small icon saying NDI at the bottom right corner next to the battery icon. Now we need to run Skype and go into its settings. We need to choose Calling tab and then click on Advanced. We need to enable Allow NDI Usage option to be able to receive a view from our virtual studio while using Skype. Now we can create a group chat or choose an individual user we want to connect with. If you choose group chat, then you need to name the chat. And later, choose users you want to use this chat with. After you're done, we can now go to the created conversation and call the group. Now each user should turn their webcam on. Now we need to connect Skype signals to Rekin system. View from Skype caller's webcam will be displayed on one of the virtual monitors inside the studio. We can use both cam inputs as well as media inputs to receive signal from Skype via NDI. Today we are going to use cam 1, and that's what we choose on the switcher of source C. In the input configuration section of the cam 1 settings, we choose NDI. And in the stream window, you can choose whether you want a particular caller displayed in the monitor or an active speaker, a person who currently speaks in a group chat situation. We can now see a view from caller's webcam. It should also be visible inside a virtual studio. Now we need to configure our output so that other callers can see a view from the virtual studio. Let's go to Streaming Settings and choose NDI tab. Here we need to name the output stream. After we've done that, we need to enable streaming by clicking Stream NDI. Now we need to go back to our hosting device on which Virtual Input app is installed. On Skype application, we need to enable our camera view. Then we go to NDI icon on the bottom right corner and right-click on it. We need to choose the correct NDI stream, the one that we've named a minute ago on Rekin system. Now let's go to Skype settings and choose Audio and Video tab. Here, as our camera, we need to choose NewTek NDI Video instead of our webcam. In the window, we should see a view from the Rekin's virtual studio. Below, choose an audio channel you want to use. Choose Line NewTek NDI Audio to get the audio from Rekin system. In Audio Mixer of Rekin system, the output signal should be set in a way that audio from all used sources, cam and media input can be audible. That way all Skype callers will be able to hear everything what's going on inside a virtual studio. We can check the signal level in Skype settings. We have now configured everything correctly and we can start our planned production. As a tip, I recommend using a separate PC or laptop, not the Rekin computer, to be our hosting device. And as a reminder, both Rekin and the hosting device should be connected to the same local network. That's all for today. Bye!
Rekin. Keen on record.